which one of your songs gets you moving and grooving when you're on your own?
That is not something I do
Yeah.
often. You know, I will say when I'm with my sister or we're in the car, sometimes like Who Says is one of the songs that, but I was 16 and that's more of a nostalgic feeling. But
Right.
no, I don't like listening to myself.
Y'all, what is going on? I swear, every other video, we got like a new person in Hollywood or the industry to talk about that just looks completely different. Now, I screenshotted this from that clip. When the clip first started, I thought the screen had froze. But then I looked closely and looked at her eyes and they were moving. So that was live. It wasn't froze. Damn near scared me in the beginning. She looked frozen, looked robotic, looked damn near dead. The eyes look a little weird. One of them a little twitchy. The other one is kind of more open. She looks like she's just talking without a mouth. Now, a lot of people in the comments like give her a break. She has lupus. But then there's like hundreds of other comments of people like, yeah, my mom got lupus and nothing has changed with her physically or her voice. People are like, yeah, my best friend has lupus and she's nothing like the way Selena Gomez is now. Like, it's just back and forth about it. And I mean, if you look at just older videos of her, I mean, she's not that old. How old is Selena? I think I looked at her age the other day. She's not that old. I don't even think she's older than what, 32? She's not that old. This is just crazy. It's like she's not actually there. Is this really her? Why does she look so froze? It's like she's not even talking with her lips. Damn near just looks dead. I don't know. I just thought I should start the video with this because I also wanted to get into the whole, Netflix thing with the topic that we were kind of talking about with the Buzz Lightyear show and Snoop Dogg and a couple of videos back. But when I saw that, I had to talk about that real quick to start this video off. I got to show y'all this other little small clip as well of Miley Cyrus. Now, we talked about Miley Cyrus in that video we did, I think, with Jenna Ortega, like back in the summertime when I first started making videos about this stuff. Now, this was recent from a Gucci shoot. Who is this person on the left side in the white collared shirt? Now, the one to the right looks a little bit more like Miley, but this one to the left, this is absolutely insane. Look at the jaws. Just like Ryan Seacrest, the eyes are so sunken in into the eye, the socket, eyebrow protruding over. They're all, like cutting off their eyebrows or dyeing them gray, blending it into the face. What in the hell? This was back late August of like a Gucci shoot. This is just crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Like, she even looks a lot more different in the one with the white collared shirt on compared to this one on the right with the little goldish yellow on. This shit is tripping me out. I don't even know what to say.
I have these Hollywood actresses suddenly aged 20 years. Recently, Miley Cyrus's Gucci ad has sparked heated discussions. Her sunken cheeks and disappearing eyebrows make her look like she's 20 years older. She looks absolutely terrible. Miley was always a shining star in Hollywood, but now the sparkle in her eyes is gone, replaced by a weary, aging look. The same transformation has happened to Jenna Ortega. She was once the young actress everyone admired, but now, after losing weight, her cheeks have sunken in, her bleached eyebrows eyebrows and hollow eyes give off a strange, exhausted vibe. What has happened to her? She's only 23, but she looks at least 20 years older than Emma sitting next to her. It's as if she's her mother. How absurd. And then there's Ariana Grande. Her recent pictures of being unnaturally skinny have shocked everyone. Her prominent collarbones and gaunt face make people worry if she has enough energy left to sing and perform. She seems to have lost the delicate, cute charm she once had. Why have they all embraced such hollowed-out faces? In reality, this look is truly unattractive.
All right, y'all. Now, some of y'all may have seen lately, right? Bunch of people boycotting Netflix. Yes. Canceling their subscriptions. It's being partly or, majorly incited by Elon Musk. And I think he is like retweeted over 20 times and really pushing for people to cancel their Netflix, right? And it's just gaining traction mostly because of this show, and it's the screen and it's the photo that I have up on the screen right now, right? Which I got a couple of clips I want to show y'all that go over some of the cartoons that have been pushing the same agenda. We just talked about this. Didn't we just talk about this? And it's crazy because when we did that video, and remember we were talking about the Buzz Lightyear movie on Disney, and, Snoop Dogg being in the news about taking his granddaughter or one of his grandkids to see the movie, and the fact that he didn't know what to tell his grandchild because they were asking questions about things they should have never seen in the first place.
Elon Musk has canceled his Netflix account amid a right-wing backlash to a trans-inclusive show that was canceled more than 2 years ago. The uproar is directed at Dead End Paranormal Park, a trans-inclusive Netflix animation, and its creator Hamish Steele, after an unverified screenshot went viral, allegedly showing Steele responding to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer's statement on the death of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. The post attributed to Steele read, "You sympathy for any of the families being slaughtered by your weapons, but a random Nazi gets shot and it's a public statement. This has sparked outrage, with Musk announcing on X that he had canceled his Netflix subscription and also commented, 'This is not okay,' while sharing a clip from the show."
I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows.
Steele, who has faced a wave of trolling and harassment, denied celebrating Kirk's death on Blue Sky, adding, "I have mostly been very okay today and found it all quite funny. But the extremely nasty, weird homophobic and anti-Semitic emails have started rolling in, and it is getting a little scary." Dead End Paranormal Park, which follows a gay trans protagonist, was canceled by Netflix in January 2023. At the time, Steele expressed disappointment, writing that the powers that be don't want any more, despite plans to give the characters a proper ending.
We just talked about this, right? And so now Netflix is under fire. Well, first, let me say that this show in particular, I think it was canceled back in 2023. But there are other shows as well that has been pushing the same agenda. This show ran for about 20 episodes, so I'm going to assume maybe 2 seasons. I don't know how they broke it up. This is not a surprise, but it's an ongoing thing. And it's crazy because I just talked about this with the show, what is it called? Wayward on Netflix. We just talked about it. Now, obviously that show is for adults, but if y'all haven't seen any of this stuff, you will be quite surprised at how blatant it is. I mean, it goes as far as these kid shows actually using the pronoun thing. They, he, even the creator of this show is a he, they.
For you parents that have Netflix, you might want to cancel your subscriptions. There's a show on Netflix Kids that's called Dead End Paranormal Park, and it's pushing pro-transgender on children. And this is advertised for 7-year-olds. You'll also never guess that the creator of the show is a he, they, and they're a Blue Sky fan who also mocked Charlie's murder.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma.
This Netflix cancellation campaign has gone so viral, with hundreds of thousands of people canceling their Netflix subscriptions, including Elon Musk. It's the #1 trend in the world, and Netflix has lost billions of dollars in their stock. You can see right here an absolute collapse today. The reason why this is actually happening isn't your standard red versus blue political issue. It's a lot deeper than that. It's a moral issue. Have you seen what Netflix has been putting in their children's shows? This isn't like we're trying to push one way or the other. We want Democrats to win. You know, we want like everyone like socialism. Like, it's not like that, okay? Open borders even. It's so much worse. They're sexualizing children. It's got to be the single most radical thing you can do, the single most morally indefensible thing you can do. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to play you all the clips. I'm going to show you what they're putting into their programming. That's why this has gone so viral, because Netflix has truly crossed the line. If you believe that this is wrong, you should also cancel your Netflix. Okay, here we go. Here's the mashup of every time Netflix has put transgender, sexualized, radical ideology into their children's programming.
How about you break out those moves?
For your 2 biggest fans.
I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non-binary people.
Non-binary?
People who aren't female or male. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
Nightshades pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch therapies.
I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place.
This is Cherry Chip reporting from the wedding of the year. Everyone's favorite karate instructor, Sensei Dave, will be marrying mixed martial arts champion Jiu-Jitsu Joe.
He's the undisputed champion of my heart.
Everything okay, Fred? Well, the last time I saw my grandma, I used a different name and pronouns.
Cancel your Netflix.
And then you have the Coco Melon thing, where the 2 dads, you know, are gay, obviously, trying to raise a little one. And Coco Melon, at one point, I'm not sure like how popular that is with the little ones, the little kids today. But I know at one point, that was like all over the internet. But man, when I think about this stuff, you know, it kind of makes me think about that topic we were just talking about in that Bad Bunny video. And how we were, you know, we were talking about the devil being 1 degree away from perfection. You know, us as humans not being able to recognize his kind of deception, manipulation, unless we, you know, have the Holy Spirit on us to protect us, point it out, and, you know, just create that discernment, right? At the same time, a lot of people just have to be more present in their children's life, because I want to do this video, which I think will be tomorrow's video, probably Sunday's video. And I have this clip I've been saving, and it kind of goes into the internet and how much we've allowed ourselves to just be taken over, you know, or be consumers, and especially kids. And, you know, in a sense, the internet is raising your kids, and what we allow them to watch and consume is basically creating their reality, whether they know it or not, which obviously they don't really know it. And it's kind of sad when you think about the way you grew up, the way I grew up, the way a lot of us grew up who are over 25, 30 years old, over 30. You know, we grew up outside. We grew up with our friends. I was a kid when my friends had to come and knock on my door. I didn't get a cell phone until I was like 13 years old. I was a kid where we were getting calls on our house phones. AOL dial-up on the internet. Things were a lot slower back then. No pun intended or whatever with the AOL thing. But, you know, life was a lot slower back then. Yeah, like I've said before, the messages were in the cartoons back then as well. But guess what? Did you know? No, you didn't. Don't even sit here and try to say you knew. Because when we got older and we saw all the sex symbols and, you know, all the stuff that Disney was putting in the cartoons that we watched back then, we didn't know it until we got older. We didn't see all that stuff. Y'all know, like, all the Disney shows that had all the sex symbols, like all those shows where you would be like looking at a penis. Disney would like have some kind of symbol that represented a penis or something. And as a kid, you just had no idea what you were watching. You're just enjoying the show. That's like what it is today. That's what it is today. And these cartoons, these kids sections on Netflix and all these streaming services, they're basically following suit. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to stop. It's another way to indoctrinate and plant subliminal messages and lifestyles in little kids' minds. And of course, there are people out there who don't mind it. There are sick people out there who would try to force it on their kid to know about this stuff in the guise of like, oh, I'd rather them be aware of it early. No. You allow a kid to be a kid. They don't need to know about all that stuff. But of course, in today's time, just like I said, they don't care about the kids, y'all. So it's your job to fully, control what your kid consumes. And it's the best way to stop the attack. Honestly, it's the best way because all that goes right on back to the devil. Goes right back to the devil and the agenda to push, all the trans stuff in front of your little kids. Crazy, y'all. This video might be a little bit shorter. Not sure how long we're at right now, but I think I'll go ahead and stop it here. Don't want this video to become too random. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Y'all running likes up for me. More than likely, look, we dropping pretty much every day. So that being said, y'all, it's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon, all right? I'm out.